We still have our house lights off because we really don't need any extra light to see what we're doing. We have our key, our fill, our backlight going. We have our practicum on. Now we're going to add a little bit of more texture, a little bit more mood to our scene by adding a background light. I have the Mickey, the Mole Richardson 1000 watt tungsten halogen light. I'm going to turn it on and I'm going to point it in the direction right behind Mark. I'm going to light some of the area behind him. I'm not going to light it all the same though. I want to have some contrast. I want it a little dark right behind his head because his hair is white and it'll really pop out that way. But I'm going to put a little texture a little bit to the camera right. And to do that, I'm going to be using a Gobo. That is a flag that has a pattern on it, and I'm going to shine my light right through, concentrated on that, and make it work. Then I might make a decision to add some color to it just to pop off that a little bit more. So I'm going to position my light, I'm going to strike it, turn it on, striking. And I'm going to move my barn doors a little bit. I don't want to close them too much together, they might catch on fire. I'm going to take a little bit, moving it up and down. I'm going to take a quick look back at my monitor for a second and just evaluate if this is in the right position. I can see it from here, but I can also see that it has to be tilt down a little bit because it's covering some of the flags a little bit off. I might go and adjust my flag. I'll be right back. Okay, what I did to my flag is I moved it a little bit forward to the light fixture, and that makes the shadow bigger. When I move a flag or an object or a gobo away from the source, it gets smaller. But what's great about it, the pattern that it has, the shadow that it casts gets sharper. It's always kind of a game on, do I have something big enough to make the shadow size I want, and do I have something sharp enough on my edges if I want? I'm gonna just lift up my barn door a little bit so I don't have too much light bleeding underneath of that. This chroma key blue is nice, but I want it to look a little bit different, more psychedelic to go along with Mark's shirt. I have some great purple gel right here. This is theatrical gel. So it is, I kind of call them party gels because they add color of red and green and blue, the whole rainbow colors to light, different than color temperature lights, gels, which are made just to change the color temperature from indoor lighting to outdoor lighting. I have some C47s on me. I'm going to show you the proper way of quickly putting on a gel. I'm going to put the gel across, and I'm going to come behind the light onto the barn door from behind. I don't want to put it on front. It could get burned, it could really start smoking up. You can see what my fingers are lit. You can imagine what a C47 would be. So it's always good to come from behind when you're putting a gel on. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna cover my whole surface, put a C47 there and there. I always have extras on me. I'm gonna reach down, bring this up, and nice and secure and ready to go. Wow, I like that a lot. Maybe see if I can change the intensity. Another way of changing intensity, I'm going to spot up this light rather than, it was on full flood, so I'm going to make it spotted. That'll get a little bit more definition. If this still wasn't strong enough, I use another way to change intensity. I'll move the light closer. That closer to what it's striking, it's going to use the inverse square law and just get much brighter. Last thing I would do, if this wasn't working, get a bigger light. So instead of a 1,000 watt light, maybe I'd use a 2,000 watt light, or maybe I'd put two lights together. So I'm changing each light separately rather than changing anything at my camera. So there we go. We have our 3-point lighting with our set and practical lights going. We're ready to rock and roll with this guy.